Hey there, can you raise that lamp about 6 inches, right? Excellent. A butler should always look sharp. So,
At what point in the 22 season was it clear to you that the team was struggling?
well, right after the Hungarian GP. I may only be the money, but even to me it was obvious. The whole thing was a shambles.
Yet again, Connor Sports Jackson and Butler battling it out on track. It seems as
Hang
if
on
they...
2 secs, Nats.
Okay, Devon, Aiden's lapping faster than you. I need you to let him pass, please. Devon, do you copy? Listen to me, I need you to let Aiden pass now.
Butler just completely blanking the order there. Seems like he didn't even acknowledge it.
Too true, but as you can see, no way through for Jackson. No way at all. This Connor Sport rivalry is getting heated on the track here in Hungary.
What's he doing? Oh, come on, this is a joke! Confirmed.
All right, so we do have a challenge here. We are behind Butler. We have to pass him, and then our bonus objective is finish in the top 8. And we don't currently know who is in 8th place at this time, but we're easily able to make a move on Butler. And next up is Vettel, as it gives us a warning for collision with Butler, but
You two take each other out.
we do bump into Butler there, but it's a little bit of a payback to him ignoring that team order as we try to make a move on Vettel here. And coming up a little bit too fast on him, so we have to back off a little bit. We finally are able to make a move here, trying to keep that traction control under par here as we make a move on the inside, pushing him out wide.
Nice move. Keep
Next
going.
up, Ricardo and Alonso. Alonso currently in P10. It's our updated objective as we move on the outside of Daniel Ricciardo. Try to push wide to pass Albon as we do. And we're still side by side with Albon, as next up is Ocon as we come onto the main straight, and we are easily able to make a move on him, bumping up into P11 and getting the fastest lap here on lap 13 of 18. So next up is Alonso for the top 10. And shortly after, we are able to do just that, moving on the outside here, trying to make a move, not quite it, and we make a dive bomb here to the hairpin. And last time I played this track, I remember on F121 that there was another hairpin here, but it looks like they made it wider, so can't wait to see that change in driver career mode as we make a move on Russell now. We actually made our way back up the pack here, and now we're fighting for a podium. Next up is Hamilton and Verstappen to round out the end of this race here, about 4 seconds out, but we are easily able to do so as we're rounding out the end of lap 17, making a move on Hamilton. A little bit of contact there, giving him a boost pretty much on this main straight as he backs off, and now myself and Verstappen, as we try to go wide, we're side by side with Verstappen, and we do get the better launch on him, rounding out the end of this race as we finish in first place, including the fastest
Okay,
lap.
just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
So Nats, who else out there deserves a mention today?
Well, I feel like there are a couple, but let's start with Aiden Jackson.
Couldn't agree more. Jackson had a brilliant race, didn't he?
Yeah, we know Connor Sport has struggled all season. Jackson's done really well today, and that's in spite of the problems with his own teammate.
Even before they became teammates, these two had their fair share of run-ins. It's a fascinating rivalry. You can't take your eyes off it for one moment. But nonetheless, some much-needed points today for Connor Sport. Here comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
Well, a good race out there again today, Aidan, but what we do all want to know, what exactly happened with Devon? It sounded like he completely ignored a direct team order.
All right, so we could go the way they want us to go, or we could totally call him out. And the way Devon is, I'm gonna definitely go and call him out.
Yeah, what do you expect? It's Devon. He was out of order out there. He really needs to rein it in. He's not the only one driving. I'm sure the team will have a lot to say about it.
Well, he did certainly seem to cause you some trouble out there today. And after that, and what happened in Canada, what would you say to those wondering if the old Jackson-Butler rivalry is well and truly back?
All I can say about this one is that old habits die hard, so it's still around.
Well, you know what they say. Old habits die hard. There's always going to be tension between teammates, and Devon and I don't always see eye to eye, so, you know, we know that. It's tricky, for sure. But the team always comes first.
So issues with Devon aside, how do you feel it went out there today? Do you think the team will be pleased with your performance?
Yeah, I think so. I did everything I could today, and, you know, the car performed really well. I think I found some good pace, and, yeah, forgetting any other hiccups, I think the team will be happy.
So you mentioned the car there. In that regard, Connor Sport's not had the easiest of times so far this season. Has that all been sorted? Are those reliability concerns well and truly behind you?
I hope so. I mean, today was good, yeah. There was no issues with the car. It's always difficult when a driver brings everything they've got and the car lets them down at the last minute. But, you know, I've been told the team has got it all under control, so...
A little bit of latency there,
yeah,
I apologize.
we'll see what happens in the next few races.
In the video.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Alright, must have been loading the next part of the episode, so very unfortunate that we have a little bit of latency there, but on to the post-race.
Okay, I'll leave that in your capable hands. Devon, you had a problem with a team order today?
Didn't happen.
What?
Look, I know everyone's saying I ignored it, but it didn't happen. I never got the order. Check the comms.
Shoddy workman always blames his tools, eh?
Check the comms.
Okay, we checked the communication pipeline. Fix it. This cannot happen again.
Typical.
Aiden, listen.
What's the point?
It's just Devon being Devon.
And what? That makes it okay? He's an arrogant...
No, you're right to call him out. But imagine if we didn't give him certain freedoms. He'd be even harder to manage. As his father, I know. Aiden, you're the best driver that we have. And it's right for you to put Devon in his place. He needs it. The team needs it.
Thanks. Between you and me, I don't think this team is right for me. I think...
Honestly, we don't deserve you. And I know that you've been discussed at other teams, so just keep doing what you're doing.
Sure. I'm sorry if I've spoken out of turn. About Devon.
Not at all. You know the best way to keep Devon in his place?
What's that?
Beat him.
Could you take a look at this, please?
Alright, get to jump back into the captain's chair with Andreo. A Star is Born. Can you use Connor Sport branding within the picture? Is this Throttle Zone movie franchise? I'm gonna give it to Aiden. Hopefully he'll feel a little bit better about that. Challenged by the breast disregarding the team winner during today's race. Devon Hillick with a comms issue. Being pushed for a statement. What is our response? We're going to be cautious on this one. Back at the factory went ahead as planned and we received some really positive feedback for those attendants. Noted that there was some disappointed grumblings online about the fact that Devon's promised before never went ahead. But they are dying down now. Alright. Alright, we're going to be getting a phone call here shortly, so we're going to be scrolling through here and get that phone call going before we roll into the next chapter.
Davidoff.
So, I had a word with Aiden.
And?
Nothing to worry about. Don't think there'll be any more problems.
What did you say?
Doesn't matter. We level with each other. Just leave Aiden to me from now on.
And, what about Devon?
What about Devon?
We both know it wasn't the comms, right?
Andreo, listen. Devon may push his luck from time to time, but I won't have his integrity questioned. If he says it was the comms, then you know what to do. Yes?
Right. Sure. I'll have them checked again.
See that you do.
Alright. Mr. Butler there. I don't know how to feel about him. Thought I liked him, but we'll have to wait and see. And going through the email. And alright, let's go into chapter 4.
Hey, we need your input on this one.
I guess we get to make a couple more decisions here. Filled out merchandise. System schedule. We'll put some time into the next year's car if we can. We'll put time into the next year's car. Alright.
So, what about Callie Mayer? Was she on your radar at this point?
Of course. She was making big waves in F2. And Ackerman would not shut up about her.
Here's our race leader, Callie Mayer. She has been blisteringly fast around Zandvoort here today.
And look at that! She's going into pit!
Interesting strategy they've decided on there. She has been lapping at rapid pace, but is this the right call?
Yeah, it's a bold move, for sure. Looks crazy to me, but let's find out.
Here she goes then, on brand new tyres. The rest of the field still sticking with their original set. Where exactly does Callie Mayer come out? Let's see.
Okay, Callie, let's go. We're going to leave it to you. You know what to do. Come on.
Copy that. I'm on it.
Alright, so now we're playing as Callie Mayer in F2, and we're running the sauce, and everybody else is running the hards on the sprint. As we're easily able to make some progress here on Doohan, and it's going to be like that for the rest of this race. Like I said before, we are playing it on a regular with traction control on medium, so it's a lot easier for us compared to a newcomer, so to speak. So we're also making a move here on Nissany, and then can't really quite see who's in front of Nissany as we make the pass on the outside. Alright, so it's actually Derulo we're actually trying to make a position on in the Red Bull Academy car. As we move to the outside, a little bit of tired contact there, but we do make the position moving up into P9 behind Fittipaldi. With lap 8 out of 15, we go into the gravel pit. It's been a while since I've raced on Zandvoort. We haven't raced on it since F121. And because I haven't really dived into F122 my team career mode, but we finally catch up to Fittipaldi and make a move, a strong move here up the hill, pushing on the inside, pushing him out of the way. And then next up is Pourchaire as we make up a lot of ground here. And our main goal is Armstrong, as he's up there about 10 seconds away from us with the fastest lap. But we are sure to get the fastest lap here. Maintaining our speed, trying to go wide, but we do end up doing the switchback, swapping sides with Pourchaire and taking the position from him. Moving up to P7 and out behind Iwasa in P6 here. And we're moving to the elect to the inside turn. Try to get back onto the racing line as best as we can, as Logan Sargent in the Carlin is now in front of us. So Logan Sargent, who actually will be going to F1 in the following season of Breaking Point, so we'll be seeing him with the Williams most likely, as we make a position on him, barely scraping on the wall. And then P4 of Hogger is next up, as we actually brake late here, taking the outside line, and taking position on the other Red Bull Academy car after a little bit of contact, of course. One thing I did notice with F1 23 Breaking Point is that there is no contact coming from this game mode, so it's strictly story mode, most likely. As we move up into P4, now moving against, I believe it's Novalak or Novalak, into P3. A little bit of trouble here, as we see Liam Lawson there in P2. So we make a move finally on the inside of that turn, trying to make the same move on Liam Lawson, but no, we move on to the inside. Not quite enough space. I didn't want to go over the curb here, as we end up going to the inside or outside. We're really hard with how Lawson's moving across the track here, as it's now myself, as Callie Mayer, and Armstrong, as Liam Lawson is still putting up a fight as we go over into that gravel pit a second time here. Easily able to take the position back from Liam Lawson as we brake late. We have to brake a little bit earlier than I wanted to brake a little bit harder, as it's going to take Liam Lawson a little bit longer to slow down on those hard tires. But it's no worries. So we're about 4 laps to go here, and we now have a momentum to take position against Liam Lawson. So now all that's standing between us is Armstrong. And familiar area, we end up taking the racing line as best as we can, get as straight as possible so we can get the foot down. And we take first place and round out the end of this race in first place with a great margin to give Callie Mayer another win in F2.
Really well done. Let's hold on to this now. It's first place.
Callie Mayer, take a bow. What a masterclass to finish first here in the Netherlands. It was such an unlikely strategy from Maya, but she and the team have made a success of it. What a race, what a performance, what a genuine joy to watch. Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be Trident picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for coming out on top in that amazing race.
Callie, what do you put your success down to this season?
Oh, I'd say probably my speed.
In what way?
I find lapping faster than everyone else really, really helps. Casper.
No.
Seriously though, I have a great team around me, and this guy, more than anyone else, has been pretty useful to have around. Casper, what are you shy? Come up here.
Yes, okay.
And Callie says you've been a factor this season, Casper.
I'm not the one driving.
Didn't agree with my tyre strategy though.
This one has no respect for her elders.
But can you give us more detail as to the exact role that you're playing, Casper?
None whatsoever. It's all about her.
He's probably right, to be fair.
So, were you already in touch with Casper Ackerman at that point?
Ackerman and I go way back.
Alright, so we get to see Casper here at the end of Chapter 4, waiting for this phone call. I think we have to go into the menus for that phone call to trigger, but there it is.
Let me guess, you saw the race, couldn't be prouder, and everyone in the office wouldn't stop screaming.
Well, that saved me a few minutes. Guess I'll speak to you later then.
How are you, Mum?
Oh, I couldn't be prouder, Cal. That was one hell of a race. Everyone in the office wouldn't stop screaming.
Shut up.
Honestly, the way you're driving, I think we're going to have to change your name.
What's here this time?
Callie Winner. You've got this in the bag, Cal.
Oh, okay. That is the kind of award-winning journalism that we really do need right now, but one race at a time, okay?
That sounds like Casper talking. Is he looking after you?
Yeah, always. Actually, I've got a meeting with him that I'm running a bit late for, so I've got to dash. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, sweetheart. Call me tonight and well done.
Yeah.
Alright, we get to dive into Callie Mayer a little bit as we're done with Chapter 4 already, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video with Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. And can't wait to look forward to the next episode, so we will see you guys later.
That is your chance to be ruthless.